So, the episode was, it was good, but the fight between Yamamoto and Yua was kinda Hi, episode number 6, review starts right now. Okay, so episode basically starts off with Yamamoto versus Yua. They're staring each other off, giving each other romantic eyes basically. Okay, so one of my favorite scenes of this episode happens, and the scene is that Yamamoto basically decides to save Kenpachi's ass. Kenpachi's loving ass, I guess. Kenpachi's loving ass, and Yamamoto basically flash steps and puts Kenpachi's alive body few feet away. One thing, like, I really appreciate the gesture, sir. Really do. Trust me, I really do. Okay, check out my rankings if you don't know how much I love Kenpachi. Okay, so Yamamoto, but the fight that is about to happen between Yamamoto and and Yuha, I don't feel like few feet, 10 feet, 15 feet would do the job. I think you need to transfer him to another basically area, but at least, because how the hell did I know he survived this whole attack, this whole fight between fake Yuha and real Yamamoto, not fair. But I don't know how the hell he did survive it. How the hell did he survive? Wow. Okay, so basically the fight starts, and Yamamoto. But I'm not going to go in details like the first in fight, and the second minute Yamamoto does this, and then the second minute Yamamoto does that, and he then does this, and then does that. I'm not gonna do that. So hopefully this video will be under 15 minutes. So basically Yamamoto, you get few more extra scenes in the anime compared to the manga. In the manga, he basically goes from his Bankai's first form, second form, third form, fourth form, basically east, west, north and south, basically south and north basically. But in the anime, we get to see him, Yamamoto, using his Shikai a little bit, using a little bit of swords and fighting Yuha a little bit here and there. I will call him Yuha because I know he's not Yuha, but you get the point. We will come to that later. And after fighting Yuha, and this is the moment when Yamamoto was fighting Yuha. This was a 1 or 2 minute fight basically, in a way. To this point, I was like, Yuha is kind of I didn't know this is not Yuha, but I was like, Yuha is very disappointing. I actually thought this would be a 50-50, like we don't really know who would win, like they're very relative to each other in terms of power. But this actually feels like, I wouldn't say a child fighting Yamamoto, but it feels like someone who should not fight Yamamoto basically. And like Yuha was getting destroyed in that whole fight again and again and again and again. And then finally when Yuha draws his sword, and Yamamoto is like, oh, finally, you bet you drew your sword. I'm going to destroy you now. So basically Yamamoto goes into amazing shot. Honestly, amazing shot. It looks so pretty in the anime, so pretty. Yamamoto basically goes Bankai. Technically it doesn't go right. All the flame around Yamamoto in the Soul Society within a second or millisecond disappears like this. And we are like, oh my god, and it was a beautiful shot. And then we get to see Ukitake. I loved the way the anime and the manga showed that Yamamoto has activated his Bankai, and the power of his Bankai and the like effects of his Bankai within seconds. Like Ukitake is basically like, oh, my throat is so dry. Shinsui is like, I cracked my lip. Okay, Yorimaru, Hitsuga is like, oh, you can't use Yorimaru now because Yamamoto is stronger than me. I am okay. His Yorimaru's get melting away. Unohana is basically also like, we are getting to see the vase that's water has been evaporated and it eventually cracks also. And her Lieutenant Isan is like, my skin is so dry. Okay, so and Unohana is like, please finish it off quickly, or else you will destroy the Soul Society. And I was like, oh, this makes so much sense. Yamamoto's Bankai is so strong that it actually can destroy the Soul Society. Makes sense. Kind of makes sense why he didn't go Bankai against Aizen, because Soul Society, in my opinion, is much more sturdier, stronger than fake Karakura, it's a fake area basically. So I feel like Soul Society, if Soul Society can't handle Yamamoto's Bankai for more than few minutes, basically, I don't think Karakura down can handle that fake Bankai at all. Like not even for a second. Basically, it would be like Yamamoto, I'm against Aizen. I have no other option. I have to go Bankai, Bankai, and boom, Karakura Dam is destroyed. Basically, this is what probably would have happened. Okay, so. Then Yamamoto basically goes into his Bankai. I don't remember the name of his Bankai. I remembered his name of his Bankai literally few minutes ago. What was the name? Hey, if you are liking this video, please remember to comment, share, subscribe, and what. So the name of his Bankai was is Zanka Nutachi. I really like the name. Not gonna lie, I really like the name. It doesn't bode well that I was not able to remember it for this video right now, but I remember the name. It's a good name, and it is a good name. So basically, we get back, and Yamamoto is like Bankai, Zanka Nutachi, and we get to see the small rusted blade of Yamamoto, and it looks good. And the blonde queen is like, oh my god, that's his Bankai. I mean, it looks kind of bad. I mean, to be honest, I was kind of disappointed when I first saw his Bankai, like its ability. Like the ability, he basically, okay, I will cover this first. He basically, Bankai Zanka no Tachi East is kind of boring in a way, for me at least. Like it basically, the tip of his Zanpakuto has all his Chikai flames, all the flame of his Zanpakuto, and the moment the tip touches something, it literally is burned to ashes within a second. I was like, okay, it's a good ability, but I was like, I expected a lot more from the head captain. I was like, oh, okay, but then we get to see. Oh my god. I mean, UI is getting destroyed basically by Yamamoto's like East Bankai, and he's like, getting destroyed. Then eventually Yamamoto decides, like this scene happens like Yuha basically tries to attack Yamamoto with his sword. I don't understand this scene, and he sees that he attacked Yamamoto and nothing happened to Yamamoto, and he sees that his sword is basically not there, like it's been cut off almost completely. I don't understand that. I kind of do understand that. If you actually understand that, please tell me in the comments. Like, can Yamamoto activate more than one ability? Like, can he activate North and South at the same time? Can he activate East and West at the same time? And so on, so on, so on. Can he activate all of them at the same time, or at least two? I don't know. But it felt like he had already activated his West ability. And when you are trying to attack him, but the flames were not visible for some reason, and it makes sense that it's so hot, it's 15 million Celsius, so it's not like visible. And Yamamoto later tells also that, oh, you are not able to see it. Now I will make it a bit visible, and then he uses his reishi to make it visible in a way that his reishi is in the shape of flames basically. So Yuha tries to attack Yamamoto, and was it the fact that Yamamoto already had activated his West ability that Yuha's attack didn't do anything, and his sword was basically completely chopped off already in a way, because and it was not there already? Then I don't know. If you know that, please tell me. I actually don't know. This is what happened to my mind immediately when I saw the scene, but I didn't get any confirmation regarding this in a way. Okay. Then Yamamoto basically goes into his West form. Okay, West form is definitely better than the first East form. And I think this is what happens, like West is stronger than East, South is stronger than West, and North is strongest definitely. But West happens, and West was a good ability. In all of this full episode, in all of the episode, Yamamoto was really reminding me of, goddammit, Netro, when Netro was going to fight against Meruem. I mean, this is what basically, in a way, very similar situations, honestly, but not that similar. Okay, I mean, the Netro, when he was about to basically go for self, decided to become a suicide bomber. And we get to see Netero in his purple aura or whatever, and he's getting all the creepy vibes. And Yamamoto also does this in his, basically, I think in this West form he basically does that. I don't remember, but he was really giving that creepy. He was making his eyes big, and Yamamoto doesn't do that, and he was making weird facial expressions. And also there was one scene before the beginning of the fight where Yamamoto decides to basically burn. In his opinion, I think he wanted to kill the three Stern Raiders, Asnodet, Nana something, and one more Renji copycat Stern Raider, basically the one who basically I think killed Izuru. He basically burned them with his Shikai, and I think his intention was to kill them. But to be honest, I personally feel like they are dead, but I don't know. Like they should be dead, because against Priest Beastia during fake Karakura, he basically specified that I will just let you off with the burns. But here I think he didn't say anything, but he was like, it felt like he just wanted to kill them too, and it is completely understandable. So please don't die, please. Basically activates his West ability, and UI is not able to do again any jack shit. And then Yamamoto is basically like, after he destroys Yuha a little bit more, and I was getting disappointed in Yuha so much. Like, okay, it's very fun to see Yamamoto's ability, but coming into this fight, I knew this fight is going to happen in this episode. I already knew that before this episode happened. It was kind of obvious. But I was like, okay, it's going to be a 50-50 fight. We actually don't know. I knew Yamamoto eventually loses, and I guess I can tell you. But I didn't know what would happen. So I was like, how would they do it? And how, like, for me, it was like a 50-50 fight. I was expecting that. Like, any moment Yamamoto can win, any moment Yua can win, but I will come to that later on. Oh my god. Yamamoto then basically decides to activate his coolest looking ability by far. No questions. But this ability was literally, I think, the weakest among the all four, but the coolest looking. He basically decides to do this. Sanka no Tachi. Oh god damn it, what was... he basically likes to does this. Sanka no Tachi. South. And basically we get to see... this. How are you, buddy? It's been a long time since I last saw you. Oh my god, what the hell is this? Yeah. So basically, oh my god. I mean, this scene was so good. I mean, the execution, the skeletons were CG, right? The skeletons were CG. They looked good. Though I kind of think they might look better in the manga. I'm not sure on this, what I think about it right now. Because, okay, whatever. But it looked good. And the expression of Yuha, he was like, oh, what the hell is this? I mean, it was so fun. And like those skeletons wrapping themselves around you. And I was like, okay, that's cool. But very soon I find out that these skeletons are not actually that strong. Like, they are basically dead meat because they are dead. But, you know, I mean, and they don't have any meat, but they are basically dead bones. Okay, they're dead bones, and they are actually not. I mean, there are a lot. Like, I think there were trillions. I don't know exact number, but there were a lot, and I think there were trillions of skeletons over there. I mean, there's strength in numbers, and I think that's the only strength that they have in numbers. And like, they're able to hold Yuha down for few moments, and especially because they can transform in a way into what they used to be before they were skeletonized, and Yuha gets to see his old comrades, and he's like having a panic attack and all that. But eventually he decides to do, and he's like, I don't care about you people, I'm coming you. Genru Sai Yamamoto, you are the only one I care about. Love me, baby. So basically, Yuha is basically like actually sad, and Yamamoto also notices that, oh, you have some humanity left in you. Wow. So after that, this is this is the point where he decides to actually now destroy him, because his mission in this fight, in a way which I don't know. I mean, he was destroyed by what you had did. He killed so many people, and mainly Sasaki, is, I feel like, his oldest friend in a way, right? So Yamamoto like, I will destroy your life. I will destroy you physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. When I am done with you, there will be nothing left of you. You will be a husk of yourself, and then I will kill you, bitch. And Yamamoto basically tries to do that, and almost in a way succeeds. I mean, then he basically decides to activate his ability, and that's Sankanutachi North. Boo! Kind of disappointing. Like, expected something like in my opinion, West was cooler than East. South was way cooler than West. I was expecting something way more cooler. Like, okay, I get it, you need to be a one-shot thing, but that one-shot thing kind of felt like, sorry for the noise, I guess, but that one-shot thing kind of felt like East ability. The North ability is also kind of similar to the East ability, and I don't like that. And we don't actually really get to see what the North ability does. It basically, like, he goes into his North form and basically attacks, and we don't get to see the attack, and we just get to see yhwach getting sliced. Like, not sliced, but he's lost a lot of part. And the thing is that the first ability that you said, East ability, okay, I am now nitpicking him, and I'm annoyed because of this. The first ability that you said, will whatever the tip touches will be reduced to nothing but ash, would be destroyed completely, and that's your weakest ability, right? In a way, right? And the North ability, the strongest ability, it touches you, it attacks you up, point on, like, completely, and he just lost, I guess, this much and this much, not a lot of it. Like, he lost almost as much body as Izuru. He lost a lot of it, okay? And I think yhwach also lost as much as Izuru lost his body, I feel like. Maybe a little bit more, but it's, god damn it, that was a Stern Raider. I don't know the attack that Renji Stern Raider did, it was his special attack or not, but this is Yamamoto's Bankai's strongest form. I think it should have completely obliterated, completely annihilated the dude. Like, nothing should have been left, especially when you later find out that this is not goddamn yhwach. I will get to that point, okay? I've been leading on to it. I will get to it, okay? I don't feel like this video is under 15 minutes, right? God damn it. So basically, yhwach is like on the ground, and Yamamoto is like, I won. Well, it's no surprise, but yeah, I won. And he basically walks away, and like the fake yhwach on the ground that we now get to find out, he's like, I'm sorry, I failed. And Yamamoto is like, oh, wait just a second. You are the boss of these people. You attacked us. Who are you apologizing to? And then fake yhwach says, I'm sorry, Your Majesty. You are back. And Yamamoto is like, what the hell? And basically, before he even completely gets to probably say it, and the squad one by explodes up, and he's like, his second in command, now second in command, because he like, oh my god, he died, okay. And then we get to see the real yhwach. He basically comes, and Yamamoto is basically shocked, and I am actually disappointed. I don't know. The fight that I wanted was a fight between Yamamoto and yhwach, relative to each other. They're fighting, everything is going to hell, and we actually get to see who is the stronger one. Because for me it was probably like 50-50, maybe 51-49, 51, whoever wins probably would have been yhwach, because I know he would have won thanks to the internet. But or maybe yhwach did some trick but at the end to win and defeat Yamamoto. That would have been fine too, because then I would have known that who is stronger. Right now I actually don't know who's stronger. I mean, Yamamoto is like, he can still use his Bankai, but obviously he's been exhausted. He did all 4 of his abilities, and but props to the fake yhwach. Like, the man stood against Yamamoto and I mean, Yamamoto's not going with the intention to kill for the first three abilities, but he still stood there and survived. I think any normal Stern Reader, I even think as no dead would have been dead with the first ability or maybe the second. I don't think he would have made it to the third ability. Whatever. But then Yuha basically comes to his fake Yuha's body, and he's alive. The dude is alive, and he's known as Lloyd, right? Lloyd. Basically, this is where something very stupid happens. The anime does a very stupid thing, honestly. Trust me on this. It is actually bad, okay? It doesn't make any sense because when I was seeing this, I was like, I already knew there's this one standard who can shift into another person. Okay, but Kenpachi killed him, and then we get to see this dude, and I'm like, wait a second, didn't Kenpachi kill him? What the hell is happening? Is it a plot hole? What the hell is happening? Turns out it is shown in the manga, but not the anime. There are two twins. One is named Lloyd, and another is named Royd. I think, I'm not sure with this, but they are two twins, and they started shifting into each other when they were in the womb. And when they were, I don't know, maybe 12 years old, 6 years old, I don't remember the exact age, I think 12, they realized that they can shift into another person also. And they started doing that. No one actually knows who's the older brother and who's the younger brother. To be honest, we actually don't know, are they actually identical twins, or they just have the ability to just shift because they were shifting in the womb. So they just, maybe one of them decided to shift into another and decided to pop out of the womb, basically. Like, here I am, I like this face more. I don't know. But like the one Kenpachi fought was the one, there's a difference between both of their abilities. The one that Kenpachi fought had the ability to copy one's appearance and their skills and power. Okay, so Kenpachi fought another Kenpachi. Okay, he fought another Kenpachi. Must have been a tough fight somewhat. Kenpachi. But this one has the ability to copy one's appearance and one's memory, and like memory and whatever you want to say. He can copy one's memories, and so whatever was happening to Yuha, his mind, like he can copy one's memories and mind. So whatever was happening to Yuha when he was having a panic attack with all the skeleton things, and whatever was happening, he was feeling fear and whatever. That is exactly what Yuha would have done, but if he was in that situation. But like, he doesn't copy his strength, his skills. So he so basically, I don't actually, if it would have been non-Yuha, if this guy would have been able to copy his strength and skills, I would have been somewhat fine, because okay, I now know what would have happened, at least if actually Yuha fought him. But no, he can, however the dude performed in the fight against Yamamoto, that's him. And props to you, dude, because trust me, I was not expecting you to do this well against Yamamoto in his Bankai, bro. Like, you guys don't stand a chance against the Sheikah. No chance. You stood there and went up against him, and like, you didn't do any damage, but you survived for a long time. Granted, Yamamoto is giving you the opportunities to survive. He wanted you to suffer, but still, like, you should have died just indirectly, just in his presence, and the few attacks that he did, you should have died indirectly, to be honest. Props to you, dude. My god. And then Yuha basically kills the dude. Like, he praises the dude, and then he's like happy. I think the dude maybe cried a little, I don't know. Like, if he didn't cry, he was about to cry, and maybe Yuha decided, oh, what a bitch, I'm gonna kill you. Boom. I don't like pussies, crybabies. And yeah, what's up, Yamamoto? Love you, baby. Let's go. So, oh my god. Yamamoto basically decides, like, what the hell were you doing, Yuha back? And Yuha is like, oh, what's under Squad 1 barracks? And Yamamoto is like, oh, like, basically a special prison. And Yuha tells, I met Sosuke Aizen. I was not expecting. I knew like Sasuke would come in later, Aizen would come in later on in this arc, thanks to the internet again. And I was like, okay. I was not expecting him to come on episodes. I was expecting him to be in like 20s or 30s maybe. I was not expecting him to come. I was actually really shocked, happy, and this is the moment Yamamoto actually maybe shit his pants a little, because when he saw Yuha again, he was not that scared. The moment Aizen's name is mentioned, you see his face. He is actually worried. He is worried because he knows. At this point, I don't feel like Yamamoto stands a chance against Aizen. Even Yuha, I don't feel like stands a chance against. I don't even know his abilities, but I am almost like certain, like if it comes to like right now, Aizen and Yuha, Aizen is like, oh, we'll give a dramatic speech, and then it would be like, oh, next. Okay, so basically, Yuha tries to recruit Aizen. The reason he's not trying to kill Aizen or like the other special threats, by the way, 3 special threats now: Ichigo, Kenpachi, Aizen. God damn it. Again, sorry for the noise, I guess. Ichigo, Kenpachi, Aizen, and Yamamoto is not a special threat according to the few sources that I heard now. I have heard, I don't know. So there are 2 left. If Yamamoto is not a special threat, then Unohana, Shunsui, and Ukitake, none of them should be a special threat. It doesn't make sense. So I don't know, maybe like Kisuke can fit the category, and maybe Oreo, then that's the only 2 we have left. Any hollow? I don't feel like any hollow would do the job. I feel like Grimjaw would be really strong, but I don't feel like, no. There have to be 5. Ishin? Yoruichi? No. Among Ishin, Yoruichi, and Kisuke is the only one that I feel like should qualify that for that thing. I don't know. It's always fun to know who's the next special threat. Kind of disappointed, kind of weird. Like Yamamoto didn't make the cut. Like weird moment, I guess. So basically, like you are like, it's too hard to kill you, and it's too time consuming to capture you, and all that stuff. Basically, sir, would you like to join a 10-step program to join into Wonder Winch? And yeah, Aizen is like, let me think. No. And I'm like, that's the Aizen that I knew. Because I was like, already knew that Aizen probably would not accept it, because I was like, that's not Aizen. He's a leader. You won't become someone's subordinate, not even subordinate, someone's worker in a way. So it's basically 2 bosses having a conversation. So 2 bosses, 2 main villains can't coexist. It's not possible. And Aizen knows that. I think Aizen, oh my god. So Aizen basically refuses, and it won't make sense that both of them team up in a way, because like you guys basically like you want to destroy the Soul Society. I'm like, yeah, I kinda do, but it's kind of weird that a coincidence. You will end up like the other Soul Reapers. Whatever you're trying to do, you will end up like other Soul Reapers. And basically Yhwach goes away, and I don't maybe he was like, don't go away, let's talk for a few more minutes. I've been here stuck for more than a year, please. I've been so lonely. I don't know. Aizen-sama. So, Yamamoto had a theory during this fight that there's a reason that Quincy can't steal, Sternritters can't steal his Bankai particularly, or Ichigo's, because for someone to steal one's Bankai, you need to know about the Bankai's ability, the Zanpakuto's ability completely. And it made sense. It's kind of obvious, like what's Byakuyo's abilities and all, where like Yuha had a script where he mentions everyone's ability, and he didn't know Yamamoto's complete ability. He only knew like West and East. It made sense. I really like this explanation. And later on, Yuha debunks this explanation and tells like, no, we can steal any Bankai. The only thing is that your Bankai is too strong. Only I can handle it. And he basically steals Yamamoto's Bankai. And now he is 2 Yamamoto's, which now I don't know if Aizen can take him on. With basically 2 Yamamoto's, I don't know if we can take him now on. Maybe he can. 2 Yamamoto's, no. No. So then oh my god. Yamamoto basically tries to attack him, and brings a Reishi sword from the sky, and we get to see that sword. He rotates that sword in his hand a little bit, and we get to see the remains of that sword in the background, and it is a pretty scene. But that doesn't cover up the fact that Yamamoto ends up dying. My sadness is really high. Okay, check out the video of I rank the captains, so you get to see how much I love Yamamoto. You will, after seeing the video, you will realize that why do I love Yamamoto so much. And so basically he cuts Yamamoto from at least one side, and we get to see that scene. What? We get to see that scene in black and white and some blood, and Yamamoto has been cut, and I can't. So thank you for watching this video. If you like the video, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I will see you in another in another video. Bye. Forgot to mention the scene. Uryu is basically, we get to see some extra scenes of Uryu in the episode which was not in the manga. Uryu basically sees he gets the diary from his father, basically steals it basically in a way. So he realizes that Quincy's were the war happened 1,000 years ago, and Quincy's particularly, a few Quincy's survived, and then they were wiped out 200 years ago. So he basically realizes that, because he didn't knew that, okay, we didn't knew that, okay. So and Shunsui and another Stone Rider, the one with guns, they are also having a conversation, and the conversation is kind of cool. But one thing, I am not the biggest fan of this Stone Rider now. Like earlier when he was introduced, he looked kind of cool, his voice was kind of cool, I liked it, but I'm not liking him anymore that much. Like, it's getting kind of boring. Like, I want to see them fight, and I don't feel like Shunsui is going to use his Bankai against this dude. I just don't feel like now. Earlier I was like, when he was introduced, okay, this might be it, he might be the dude. But now I don't feel like he's going to he's going to drive Shunsui's Bankai out. I don't feel like it. His Bankai will get out in this arc. I don't know against whom, but I feel like not against him. I don't feel like.